So in this video, I'm going to show you how to sign up and create a workspace, create a token, and configure your workspace. And also we are going to get our first leads. First thing, we are going to head over to the sign up page where I'm going to input my name. I'm going to input my work email. Then I'm going to enter my password. Okay, user with this email already exists, so I'm going to use another email of mine. I'm going to use once I've created an account, very easy, I'm now going to log in using the same email, and just like that I have created an account on Mtejaly. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create a workspace. So this big button over here, or a card, I'm going to click on it. Then I'm going to provide a name. I'm going to call it Mtejaly. A description, this is the main Mtejaly workspace. So for the description, you can just provide a description that makes sense for your workspace and one that is memorable. So create workspace. Now you can see I have a total of one workspace. So the first thing that you want to do after creating the workspace, you want to go and configure your workspace. So I'm going to click on my workspace, and basically the first thing you want to do is to first of all create segments. This could be if you're going to have for example, I'm going to have high value segment, high value customers, add a description, that describes this segment, and then I'm also going to add another segment. I'm going to say medium value customer. So basically this is going to help me to categorize my leads, and I'll be able to know whether they're high value, medium value. So this could be anything. It could be a segment for tech, non-tech. It depends with the kind of leads that you're going to be generating. Then tags, I'm going also to create a tag for I'm going to use countries. So I'm going to say I have Spain, then I give it a color. I'm going to give it color blue. Create. I'm going to create another tag. I'm going to say this is a tag for Zambia. I'm going to give it a color. I'm going to create another tag. I'm going to say this is for Italy. So it all depends with the kind of leads that you're going to generate in this workspace. And then I have lead statuses. I'm going to create statuses. I'm going to say new lead. I'm going to give it a color orange. And then I'm going to create another status name, contacted. Then I'm going to give it a color pink, and then I'm going to create another status where I'm going to say won. That is, if you win a client, I'm going to push them to this status. And then I'm going to create lost. I'm going to give it a color red. Then lastly I'm going to create another status. I'm going to say future opportunity and give it a color gray, just to show that it's stale. So for every lead that I'm going to add, they are going to use this pipeline flow: new, contacted, won or lost, and then future opportunity. So once I have configured the workspace, the next thing that I want to do is to generate a key. So how Mtejaly functions is that you're going to install an extension, and this extension is the one that you're going to use to generate leads. That is on Google Maps, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. So the next thing that we want to do is to generate an API key. So I'm going to generate an API key, and I'm going to call it Mtejaly key. So generate API key, and once you do that, an API key is going to be generated for your workspace. Make sure you copy it, because this is the only time you're going to be seeing the API key, and then save it or store it in a secure place. So I have secured my API key in a secure place. Now the next thing that you want to do now is to install the extension, or rather generate the leads. So I'm going to click on download extension, which is a menu item on the sidebar, and here we have some instruction on how to install the extension. First, click download extension. This green button at the bottom, a zip file with a Chrome extension will be downloaded in your browser. Click the download icon, select the downloaded zip file, and then extract the contents of that zipped file. Then open the Chrome extension page, enable developer mode, then click unpacked. Then you select the folder that you've just unpacked, and the extension should appear in the list. So how do we do that? First thing, click on the download extension. Once you click, you're going to see the pop-up. Click save. Then once you've downloaded it, you go to the top right. You usually have the download. Then you can see that we've already downloaded it. So open this folder, and then you can extract it here. So I'm going to extract all. Extract. So once we've extracted, the next thing that you want to do is to go back to your and then on the top right there is that icon for extension, or you can visit this link on your browser, the Chrome extensions. But for now, I'll click on manage extensions, and then on the top right here there is developer mode. Make sure that it's activated, and then on the left there is load unpacked. It's cut off on the screen display, but on your browser you can actually see it. So click load unpacked, and then select that folder. Once you do that, the Mtejaly extension will be added. And if I visit now, for example, Google Maps, if I head over to Google Maps, and then I search for example, businesses, I search for hotels in Nairobi or in Mombasa. So if I click on extensions, that is Mtejaly extension, I can actually select the number up to 200, but first I'll need to set it up. So to set up your extension, you click on settings, you add the API key that we generated, and then you click connect key. So API key successfully connected to workspace. It means that now this API key has been connected, and if for example we scrape five hotels or 5 leads, and there is no limit. You can decide to scrape as many as 100, 500, as many as you want, but for this purpose we are going to extract 5. Now after extracting, you will be prompted with a message, successfully mined leads. view them in your basket. So you head over to the basket and you can actually see the leads that you've scraped. Then when you click sync to cloud, it's going to send them to your backend, that is the dashboard. And as you can see, we have uploaded 5 and none has failed. So if we head over to the dashboard, go to our workspaces, Mtejaly, and then we go to the leads, you're going to see that we now have 5 leads, 1 2 3 4 5, these hotels in Mombasa. And just like that, you have these leads. Now you can decide to call them, and once you call them, you can always update them by editing the details, and then you select a status, whether they are new lead contacted, whether they are in Spain, Zambia, Italy, depending on the type of tags and what they mean. You can also select the segment, high value customer, and then once you hit save changes, now this hotel will be updated with the details. And just like that, you can now manage these leads as however you want, and every time you manage them, you can always log the activity here. So if you call them, I called and we discussed XYZ, or we planned for a meeting for this and this date. And then you can also assign, you can also make assignments. So for this workspace, I'm the only member, but you can invite members to the workspace and then assign different people different leads. So that's it for this demo, and I hope Mtejaly actually serves your need. Thank you for watching. Have a nice one.